And we are back at it again, Chris and Lee. Here to satisfy all the millions and millions of viewers' questions when it comes to loans and real estate.
Loans and real estate. Okay, so we got to come up with a tagline. So remember, you know that guy who says marginal legal advice? He's a lawyer.
Bill Handel?
Yeah, I think so. And he says marginal legal advice, but he's actually talks about other shit. And he makes it his kind of thing. We need to come up with something like that, don't you think?
No, I'm just me, man. I just do me.
Yeah, but we ain't got no viewers if you.
Just do me.
We ain't got no viewers as you.
You're gimmicky AF, man. I'm not. I'm just like, hey.
Yeah,
you like me?
All by myself, and nobody talk to me, and I ain't got no friends.
I know that.
I ain't got no friends. I ain't got no friends.
So your mom feels good.
How many people here?
He's got friends.
Oh, dude.
He's got friends, not friends.
He got friends. So, what are the rates today? Did you pull them up today?
Oh, I didn't. Let's take a look.
We've been at
Do you really want to know what today's rates are?
Yeah.
Do you really?
Well, here's the strange thing is, and this is a real thing, is that if you go to the New American Funding website, it's 5.75, I think. But I'm actually quoting people, and I get 6.75 almost every day. That 5.75 is obviously the best that they have to give under the perfect scenario. But as I'm quoting, I'm coming up with, I quoted one yesterday at 7. I got one 6.875 the other day. What'd you get? What are you getting these days?
About that. So to have a borrower that's in the 700 or above credit score is
We got one.
Probably 10%.
We got 2.
Look at the time.
Yeah.
It's probably about 10%.
10%?
Maybe less. Actually less. 1 out of 20 maybe.
1 out of 20?
Over 700.
700 FICO?
FICO.
Yeah, I'm pulling people like when I'm quoting 660. I quoted a 660
What's up, Kay?
yesterday. I was coming in at 7.125, and I did see the 5.75 on the grid, but it was not the real easy to get 5.75. Know what I mean?
Yeah, so most people are going to be in the 600s, 500s, just the law of large numbers. Most people don't have either the time, the discipline, the age to have the good credit. I mean, how many young people from the age of 18 through adulthood do you know that had and maintained great credit?
Well, that's
how many?
I mean, I know a handful, and one of them usually the ones I said, hey, don't mess up on your credit, because I went through the same thing that most people go through, which is I said, oh yeah, I'm moving out of San Diego. I was in the military. I said, I'm moving out of San Diego. They say I owe them $300. Fine. Chase me to my other state.
And they did.
Well, they didn't chase me. They just put it on my record, and it stayed there until I moved back to California 20 years later, and I tried to start up an electrical account, and they said, hey, remember that time when you walked on us for $300?
Here.
I was like, oh, yeah, my bad. They're like, oh, yeah, you're bad. So first, pay it. Okay, I paid it. Cool. Now, we don't trust you, so you need to do an $800 deposit. Or I think it was a $2,000 deposit, actually. Something crazy. I don't know. But it'll catch you, and you don't know that in the beginning when you're starting this stuff out. So, Marcella D, what's up? Nice to see you. Appreciate you. Rates are 5.75 on the New American Funding website, and new loan applications are starting to come in a lot. They're coming in a lot. So it's kind of good. Leia and Brian, what's up? Marina D. Chris joined. What's up, Chris?
Hi.
Hey, we're saying hi to everybody. Ooh, there's something on their screen there.
There's something on the screen. So when it comes to credit, pay your bills, guys. Pay your bills. And some of them, they're unaffordable. Pay a little bit. I mean, if you have a credit card that has $3,000 balance, you don't have very much money to buy food or even Christmas presents, still pay something. Get rid of it. Get it behind you. Get help. Call the creditors. A lot of people don't know this, but if you call the creditor and say, hey, creditor, I'm having a hard time. Inflation, my job, whatever, my commissions, whatever the case may be. Strip clubs. They call me at 2 a.m. I don't know why. And let them know that you're dealing with something and see how they can help you. Maybe they can defer payments, which means you pay it later. You don't have to pay it this month. Maybe they can cut your interest. Maybe they can do a number of things to help you guys out, but pay your bills. And when you get to a spot where you have like $100 to go out and buy some drinks or $100 to pay off this debt, pay off the debt.
What's up, Lady D?
Pay off the debt. Do whatever you can. Pay off the debt. And if your credit sucks, get in credit repair. fix your credit?
User 909915. So here's one of the things that is counterintuitive. I get this almost like at least a weekly, maybe every 2 weeks. Somebody says, hey, I haven't paid a bill a long time ago, and it's been about 4 years, and I don't think it's right, but I'll pay it. And then the thing is, should I pay it right now? And I say, no, don't do it. Here's why. If it's a 4-year-old debt, it's a stale debt, and it's reporting as nothing, no activity in the last 4 years. But the minute you pay it, it's no longer a stale debt. It's now an active debt. So if you have an active debt, it actually could tank your credit score. So there's a scenario where you go in and you pay that credit card, and right after you pay the credit card, your credit drops. So then what do you do? Oh my God, what do you do? Well, I've been dealing with enough credit cleaning guys where I know, get a pay for deletion letter. If you call them and you say, hey, listen, I've paid this in 4 years, but I'll tell you what. If you give me a pay for deletion letter, I'll pay it. In which case, they delete it. And it's no longer there. Remember, credit doesn't have a memory. It doesn't remember that it was there yesterday. It's gone. So that is how you really help. But unless you're schooled, educated, helped, you don't know that you're hurting yourself by paying off a credit collection, even if it's 4 years old. What kind of questions do we have? Where are you at? What city and state are you at?
So how important is credit? I mean, when it comes to the world, not just buying houses, in your opinion, how important is credit?
Oh, it's so important.
Why?
Well, here's why. A lot of people get mad at credit because they think, well, it's rigged. It's the system trying to keep it, and it kind of is.
A little bit.
It is. And I believe the whole system is kind of rigged. The whole system is rigged. But here's the thing about credit. If you pay your bills on time, that speaks to character. And if your character is good, then you're trustworthy. So that goes for everything. That goes, if you rent a house from me, and I'm renting out one of my houses, and I say, hey, you know what? I want to see your credit score. And I see a 540. I can tell you the stories. They're going to come up right away. They're going to go, hey, well, that wasn't really my dad, and heck with those guys, and F them, they can chase me. And then all I have to do is think, well, yeah, if for some reason we disagree on anything, you're going to do the same thing to me, and that's character. Now, if I see an 800 plus FICO score, one, it's not easy to get an 800 FICO score, but if I see an 800 FICO score, I know, oh, this guy has a debt, he pays the debt. If he commits to an obligation, he finishes the obligation. So now how does that affect you? Well, when you go get a car, when you buy a car, they're trusting you with a $50,000 credit. Even though it's secured credit, it's going to be upside down almost immediately, but they're trusting you with $50,000. Now you can write a check and then you're done, but if you can't write a check, then they have to believe that you'll pay it. The lender has to believe you'll pay it. The car salesman don't give a shit. And quite frankly, neither does the dealership for the most part. Because once they take possession, there's a time period, they get their money, they move on. The only one who's really cares whether is the one who's extending credit. So credit is very important for a lot of reasons, not just the one.
Okay, so have you ever went to buy a car, financed it, and were not even a thought of if you were going to get approved or not?
Yes.
You just knew you were getting it?
Yes.
You ever bought a house and did that?
No.
Really?
No.
Okay.
No.
I have.
No. Have you bought a house? You know, question whether you can be approved?
Yeah.
Damn, you're badass, dude. Yeah, every time.
Yeah, it's like your loan officer. Right?
I guess so.
Okay, that feeling, you can't pay for that.
No,
I mean, walking into
no
a
doubt.
dealership and going, I'm gonna leave home with that.
E-Man, is the calendar open today? Yes, it is. Talk to us, E-Man. What do you want to do? So
they're going to say, here's your car. They're going to say, here's your house. And I think that a very small percentage of people out there had that experience.
Yeah, I agree.
They're going like this, oh, please approve me, please approve me.
Well, I walk into, like, if I ever walk into a car dealership, I know I can walk out with any car in there. No question. It's not a whether you'll pull my credit. I'm like, whoa, back off, Turbo. Back off there, Turbo. Turbo's the salesman in this case. I'm like, back off, Turbo. I don't want you to pull my credit. When you do, I promise you it'll come back perfect. But I'm not giving you the ability to pull it just yet. And don't try and puppy dog me either. You know what puppy dog is? I sold cars for a little while in my young
I can
days.
tell.
Yeah, thanks. So That means I'm badass. So
Okay.
anyway, puppy dogging is in the old school when they were selling pets. They used to say, "Hey, listen, maybe this puppy is for you. Maybe it's not for you. Take it home for a day, and then tomorrow just bring it back, no cost. Just make sure you feed it. That's all." And you give a kid a puppy for a day,
It's his.
it's
Or hers.
there's no way you're getting it back. There's no way. And that's called the puppy dog clothes. So in the car business, they do the same thing.
You let you take a car home?
They used to let you take
I
it
don't
home
think
for
they
a
let you do that
day.
anymore.
They used to let you take it for a day.
I don't think that's possible.
They'd be like, okay, cool, let me see your insurance, let me see your driver's license. Why don't you take it home for the day and then bring it back tomorrow?
I'm going to Vegas.
I know, right?
Fast.
right. Yeah, that's called a puppy dog clothes. Now they kind of, the psychology of the car business is they don't want it to be a transaction. They want it to be emotional. So they get you in the car, they make you drive it, they make you spend a lot of time in the car, and then they start the close. Because if it comes down to just numbers, well, they'll lose because you can go anywhere else, especially if it's a new. I know I see it, especially if it's a new one. But if it's emotional, then they have a chance of holding gross. And if you guys don't know what holding gross means, it means they make more money at your expense. That's holding gross. And I'm about to piss off every salesman in the world by telling them what this stuff really is.
You think they don't know, man?
I think people know nowadays. I think they didn't always know.
I think they know so much that they think applies to everyone.
Up and share the live video. Up and share the live video. I don't know what that means.
Shared. Up and. Shared the live video.
Shared.
The
Up
name
and.
is
Thank you, Up and.
And Dr.
JD Hill. Dr.
D
Hill.
Hill.
D Hill. What's up, D Hill?
That's the Hill.
Hey, that's the Hill, man. Dude, we all crazy there,
I'm
huh?
country, that's
That
why.
Hill Jr. That the Hill Jr.
His name's Junior, too?
Yeah, I thought so. He disappeared right there, but
The
anyway,
real
so
Shannon Nay.
the real Shannon. What's up, the real one? Where's the fake one? How do we know she's fake?
I'm the real Roxanne.
Oh, that was a great song. That was a weird
and I
story.
want you to be my man.
That's a weird story. Anyway, so
It's a weird
back
story?
to interest
It's
rates
a
and
cool
back
story.
to buying
No one
a
wants to hear
house.
about interest rates, man.
You don't hear about interest
No.
rates?
Let
They
us-
don't want to know that they're 5.75?
Do you want to know the interest rates, you out there? Do you really
Tell us where
wanna
you're
know?
from. Tell us if you want to know about the interest rates. Tell if you want to know how to buy a house. Or if you want to hear about his version of the real Roxanne.
Waiting for them to tell me.
Nobody's telling you, man.
I'm waiting for
Well,
direction.
go to Facebook. Oh, holy smoke, look at all those comments. Go to Instagram. Holy smoke, look at all those Instagrams.
You can answer them or what?
TikTok. YouTube.
See, they haven't said interest rates are high. What are we going to talk about?
Interest rates are high.
Let's talk about interest rates. They're high. Now what?
Interest rates are high, LOL. Yes, they are. Well, if you go to the New American Funding website, it's 5.75.
That's
But
not high.
That's not high? No, it's not high.
It used to be 8
It was 8
on the
It
site.
was 8 on the site. It was actually 8 on the site. It's now 5.75 for a perfect scenario. But most people that I'm pricing out are coming in at 6, 8, 7, 5, 7, 7, 1, 2, 5, somewhere in that range. So that's kind of the real person's range, but the website saying 5.75. Cool.
Alice in Wonderland 1. It's supposed to be Wonderland, but it's Wonderland.
That's pretty cool, man. Alice Swindler.
Looking into buying our
Alice
first
in-
home. Any advice?
Yes.
Good credit. Save your credit.
Yeah, good credit. First thing you need is good credit. Second thing you need is good income. Third thing you need is good down payment. Then
Chris and Lee.
Chris and Lee. Then keys. Pretty simple.
Keys to the Jeep. Beep, beep.
So the advice is, as quickly as you can, get to a licensed loan officer. I have a real good one that I use right there. And just have them pull your credit, because we need to know what you're actually looking at. Don't trust Credit Karma. Don't trust Lower Your Bills. Don't trust any of these places who give you free credit reports. Well, they're not free. They're selling your data. It's kind of the rule of life is, if you are, someone's giving us a lot of hearts, man. Look at all those hearts.
They love
crazy,
me. My
crazy,
fans.
crazy. We love
My
that.
Fans.
So if it's free and you're not paying for the product, you're the product. So what that means is they ask for your data in order to pull your credit, and then they sell it to credit card
You
companies.
mean I was the product with MySpace?
Yes, you still
I was the
are,
product?
You still are the product. They're still trying to market to you.
Yeah.
From that day, they've never stopped. They have never stopped. So, Alice, you have to first get your credit pulled by a licensed loan officer and your income calculated. Because if your income is not calculated correctly, you're going to think you make a certain amount of money, but your loan officer and the banking industry is going to think something different. So you need to be on the same page, and you need to learn the rules so you can break them like an artist. That's your advice. When do you want to start?
We'll wait for the answer.
Is there ever a time someone doesn't get approved for a home? Well, let's see. It is now 10:20 Pacific Standard Time. Right now, like almost every day, I have to tell people, you just don't qualify. You just
Now, that doesn't mean you're denied.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean you're denied.
There's a difference between approved and denied and don't qualify. Most of the people on the first pass, when we try and qualify them, don't qualify. Because most people reach a little beyond their ability. They want to bite off a little more than they can chew. And the guidelines are set up so that they cannot. The guidelines are set up so that they have to follow a certain set of guidelines. What's on there? Tell me.
Navy Mom.
Navy Mom. What's up, Navy Mom?
I got
house.
a letter from the mortgage company that says I am eligible to cancel my mortgage insurance. Should I cancel?
Okay. The first question is that a real letter? Because there's a lot of scam artists out there who will say, hey, the bank entitled you to pull your title report for only $20. And you're like, wait. Oh, this is for a limited time because you're a brand new homeowner. Well, if you are at 80% loan to value and you are a conventional loan, then you maybe can cancel your mortgage insurance. But the banks don't usually proactively ask you to do it. They either do it and it just drops off, or you call them and you say, hey, I'd like this to happen. If somebody sent you a piece of mail, there was money involved there. They had to spend 32 cents on the no, it's not 32 cents anymore.
Dude, it's like
stamp?
70.
It's 70 cents
Damn.
a stamp. They had to spend 70 cents on the stamp. I remember 32-cent stamps. Anyway, they had to spend 70 cents on the stamp. They had to print it on a piece of paper that cost them a penny, and they had to have a whole machine that put it together that cost them thousands. They're not doing it because they want for you to pay less money. There's usually some kind of catch at the bottom. And the mortgage insurance thing is usually a refi. They usually want you to refi at 20% LTV at the higher interest rates. Let's look into it. I happen to know that Navy Mom can get good advice anytime she wants.
Yeah, all she has to do is log into the Chris and Lee show.
And that's it. We're
Boom.
Good. Is there a time?
Eladio Salinas Salin. Is there ever time someone doesn't get approved? You answered that one?
Yes, I did.
Let me elaborate on it, though.
Okay.
So, like what he was saying, people are reaching for a little much. When rates were in the 8s, this is the sheet that's in front of me. So when rates were in the 8s, people are like, I want to buy a $500,000 house. I make $40,000 a year. Now, when the rates were in the 8s for a $500,000 house, you needed $120,000
Laura Perez
a
just
year.
sent us all kinds of stuff. Laura Perez, thank you very much. I don't know what all this stuff is, but I really appreciate it. I got like a little heart handing and some fire. I think that's fire. Thank you very much, Laura Perez. We appreciate you. Shout out to Laura Perez. Keep going.
No, it's on you, man.
Dude, I want to recognize our millions of
It's okay.
adoring
Keep going.
fans.
Keep
We have
talking to
millions
Laura.
of adoring fans.
Keep talking to Laura.
All right, keep going.
We're going to ignore all the other
Mortgage questions? Oh, the mortgage
all
questions.
the millions
Dude, someone
of
loves me.
questions because
Someone loves me.
You want to talk to
You don't
Laura.
understand. If someone loves you, you got to hold back.
I get it, man.
Dude.
I get it. You're second person to love you. The first person wasn't even your mom.
Don't make me bring out your dad and how he left you at 2 years old.
How do you know my dad?
Dude, I don't.
Is you him?
No, I'm not your dad. I promise you.
is you him?
I promise you I'm not your dad. I
So-
promise you.
Yeah. When people are reaching for too much. To buy a $500,000 house when it was at 8, you needed $120,000 income.
At
That's
8.
3 times the amount that people were making at that
Yeah.
time. It's less now. But to answer your second question,
we got
should
more stuff.
Should I push myself to get a house in 6 to 8 months or take my time? I'm 25 years old. I want to buy as soon as possible. So you said it already. You're 24 and you want to buy as soon as possible. So yeah, buy as soon as possible. The only reason why timing is a big deal is for people that really want to own a home or investors. That's it. Other than that, if you're going to live in the house, buy whenever. Now, next year, next week, whenever. Is there anyone else you want to talk about when it comes to
Well, we have two
flowers
Lauras.
and
We have
hearts?
Laura Perez who's given us
Are you-
hearts.
oh,
and,
whoa. Count the hearts.
I don't know how to count them anymore.
You just know how to count.
Well, see, we're monitoring on this one, but we're actually broadcasting on that one. But then Laura just says, a different Laura, not the same Laura. Laura says, we got Lauras everywhere, man. That's badass. Laura closed 12-4. I'm officially a homeowner SD. Congratulations, Laura. Congratulations. We believe, actually, San Diego, I think that's San Diego, or South Dakota, one of the two. But in San Diego, they're supposed to go up 8% over the next year. That just came out from Realtor.com. San Diego is one of the 10 hottest appreciation areas forecasted in 2024. So great, great, great news, Laura. Yes, San Diego. Yep, you're going to really enjoy when you look at the value of your home and the equity, and you're going like, wow, I just made $60,000 and I didn't do anything. That's, everybody gets that. Holy smokes, I did that. I could get rich this way. And then you realize you can't touch it. The equity, anyway.
Eladio, don't wait. Don't wait. I know you got a plan. I know your plan says June, and I know your plan says that it's all going to work out. But think of getting a mortgage like a roadmap, okay? So if you were going from California to New York and you looked at a map and you was like, okay, we're going to take the 10 freeway, then we're going to hop on this one, then we're going to hop on this one. I know how to get there, okay? Now imagine doing that while you're already on the road, okay? You're going to go, oh, shoot, I missed that turn. Oh, shoot, I should have done this. Oh, I should have took a rest because now I ran out of gas. That's going to happen. So don't wait till June. Do it now, even if you plan on buying in June or at the end of the year. But do it now so we can figure out what the challenges are, what roadblocks you might hit, so that when June comes, you're going to get the home. Plus, prices are going to start skyrocketing. So when interest rates go down, prices go up, and you may not qualify for that same type of house anymore. So get pre-qualified now, get the right roadmap. We'll get you in the right place.
If you can qualify now, now's the best time, because if you wait till rates start going down, there's going to be a drove of buyers like crazy pushing that house up. No joke. We've seen it. We've seen like 30 offers on a house on a weekend. 30 offers, not 30 people that visit, 30 offers. And we talk with the listing agent. We're like, what do you do? And they're like, well, it's pretty simple. There's a whole bunch that lowballed. They go in a pile, and we tell the seller, hey, these people lowballed. They say, okay, cool, just drop those in the trash. All right, next. These are the ones that came at price, in at what you're asking, and these are the ones that came in over. Well, the ones that came in at price, you could drop those in the trash too. And the ones that came in over, let's talk about those. And that's literally how it works when you have a whole bunch of people fighting for a property. So it's pretty insane.
So he's going to push harder and sooner now.
Yes,
So
good.
here's what a pre-qualification is, guys, because a lot of people think it's a approved denial situation. It's not. All you're doing is saying, here's all my documents, and all we're doing is looking at the documents basically and going, you could buy. You could buy $500,000, you could buy $400,000, or you can't buy anything because credit sucks, or you don't make enough money, you need a cosigner, or you need a side hustle. You know, all we're doing is looking at documents. Mm-hmm. So it's not an approved denial. If you are approved, you can go buy if you want. If you're not approved, it's not a denial. They're just stopping you. Something's stopping you from getting approved. So what we would do is go, hey, it's your credit. Go to credit repair, or pay this debt, or don't pay that debt, pay this one, or do a balance transfer, or get added to your dad's credit card. There's a number of things that we could tell you to do. So all we're going to do is look at your documents and then give you advice.
What's on IG? What do you got on G?
Navy Mom, I can't hear you on YouTube. My volume is all the way up.
Oh, thank you for that. I appreciate that.
You broke YouTube again, man.
I broke YouTube.
So is this plugged in?
I don't know. Let's check. I'll check it real quick. Thank you for the advice. I'm gonna go check.
So now Lee's gone. Now we can get to the nitty gritty. We can actually talk about the fun stuff. Okay, so Alado, do what you do, man. We're here for you when you're ready, though. Okay. Our Aretha Bonner Viney, does the VA loan offer lowest interest rates? And if so, how can I get a lower interest rate? Okay, so do you already have a house? It sounds like you already have a house. So you need to refinance to get a lower interest rate, and we need to know what your current rate is to see if it's even possible. If it's lower than a 5.75 already, just stay. We're not going to be able to touch it. Oh, it's not even plugged in. Lee has identified that it's not even plugged in. Thank you, Navy Mom. If it wasn't for you, our millions and millions of viewers on YouTube would not be able to hear me right now.
It gets worse. It gets worse.
It gets worse, he says.
It's because Showtech unplugged a bunch of stuff here, and I don't know what the fuck. I don't know what he did.
I don't know. Navy Mom's laughing at you though. We all are.
I don't know where that mic goes, and they all look the same once they.
They all look the same, he said. He's racist to the cables.
Damn.
Okay, so does the VA offer better interest rates? Usually, yes. It's a government loan, so it goes in line with FHA, but in my opinion, it is the best loan in the market because of pricing, down payment, no PMI, the ability to assume. There's so many benefits to it. It is probably the best loan. So if you want to refinance to save some money, give us a call and see if we can make you a better deal. Get you into a better deal. First time home buyer, planning on buying this coming year. Okay, cool. Same that we just told the other gentleman. Get pre-qualified now. All getting pre-qualified means is we're going to look at your documents. We're going to see if your credit's good enough. We're going to see where you stand. Like literally, all we're going to do is see where you stand. Let's pretend that you had a car in your driveway that didn't start. Okay? You had another car that works and gets you to work and back and takes care of the family. But let's pretend you had a car that just didn't work. And you said, hey, mechanic, come look at my car. And he's going to look at it and go, oh, you need to replace this and replace that. And now you know what to do. That's all we're doing when we pre-qualify you, is we say, hey, you're either ready to go, the car starts, or you need to do some work, and here's what you need to do.
I don't think we fix it. We're gonna have to wait for ShowTech on that one.
You don't think
It's
you
not.
don't know?
I don't know. Well, I could tell.
Navy Mom, can you tell us? Oh yeah, it works. Can you hear us, Navy Mom, on YouTube?
It's very dull, but we got something.
Lee is very dull, but we got something.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Just want to let you guys know.
I appreciate you. I appreciate you.
They didn't know. Maybe they didn't know. Maybe they didn't know.
Says no, first time home buyer.
Yeah, we already went through all that.
Okay, I'm a little behind it here.
She's gonna
Claire,
buy
what's up,
VA.
Claire?
She's gonna
Claire,
buy
great
VA.
to see you, Claire.
So VA.
Magic
yes,
in the
call us.
Main Street. Magic and Main Street. Magic and Main Street. What's up, Magic and Main Street? Good to see you. We know people at Main Street. We used to know people at Main Street. Yeah, planning on buying this coming year. I know that was rough.
Real
huh?
estate's tough, guys.
Yeah,
A lot of people leaving the business.
a lot of people.
Some people are leaving companies and going to other companies because they think their business is going to change.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to change. It's going to be the same. They
Mhm.
might have an advantage because they buy leads or something like that, but it's not going to change. Unless the company they were at just wasn't for them and they needed a new company. I get that.
That happens often, actually.
Yeah, it happens.
That happens a lot.
It's all good. And who you work for, guys, if you're picking a loan officer, if you're picking a realtor, doesn't really mean too much. It's about the person you're working with. So if
Yeah.
they're communicating with you, if they have a high skill set at what they do. Navy Mom says nope still. Maybe your OFF switch is not in the ON position.
Yeah, maybe your ON OFF switch is in the OFF position. Check that because I'm looking.
Yeah, we can hear it on
Yeah,
the
we
side.
can hear. We're on our iPad. Did you
I can
turn?
hear him just fine.
Did you turn the volume to the up? Push the up button. Up. Push it
Other one.
like 10 times. Yeah,
one.
that's the down button. Push the up button. Okay, that one more time. One more time. Okay, cool.
This guy's a jerk.
Yeah, I know.
It's not me, guys.
It's not me, damn it.
So real estate, who wants some?
Oh my God, she said, "Oh my God." Okay, so
Definitely him.
yeah, it's definitely me. Look,
Definitely.
life is sometimes weird.
Not fair to him.
Not fair, dude.
Look
It's just
at
not fair. It's not
You
fair.
guys gotta sound good,
Not
right?
fair. What is going on? Is she laughing at us?
I don't know.
I think she's laughing at us. She's like, "Oh yeah, turn on the up button,
Loud button. The loud button.
the loud button. Turn on the up button, dude. The up button."
Nadine's laughing at you now.
Hey, somebody's laughing at us. I think I'm happy that they're laughing at us.
Nadine obviously has the up button on.
Yes. Turn the ON OFF position into the ON position. Can you buy a house?
Martha wants to know.
Martha. What's up, Martha?
Can you buy a house if you've only been working less than 2 years but have a history of being?
Are you making coffee? What do you do with these beans? I love beans on tostadas, man. I love it. Martha, we're not politically correct all the time, sorry. But here's the answer to your question. If you've been working for less than 2 years at your current job, but you have a job prior to that, the job prior to that will count as your work history. If you only have 2 years of work history, but you have a reason, in other words, you came out of nursing school or electrician school and you graduated with a degree, I'm able to use that time in school as your work history. Literally, I got a nurse who came out of nursing school, got a job, $100,000 a year job, nurses can do that, and put her in a house within a month of her new job. That stuff does happen. So the 2-year work history, it's important, but it doesn't have to be same job. It doesn't have to be exact same line of work. And if you were in school in order to make it happen,
Ooh, more than 10 years, she said. She's good.
oh,
She's
you're
good.
homeowner right now.
Boom.
Martha, there's only one thing I got to say. Homeowner,
I'd be like,
homeowner.
okay, Maxo. My wife makes 80 G's. I make 72. Dude, don't say that out loud.
All
Tell
right.
them you make 80 G's and she makes 72.
You're going to get us banned again. We've been banned, by the way. We've been kicked off. We've been thrown in jail. They grabbed us by the back. Bad boys, bad boys. What you going to do? They just throw us out.
Bad boys, bad boys.
Dude, you're going to get us banned.
So, can they apply for
Okay.
a $425,000 house? I think yes, sir.
I think you're probably right in that
can.
range. Yeah, I think
You
you're in
can
that
get
range.
way more if you wanted, but we got to see if you qualify. So what you need to do is listen to our commercial that we're going to be having here in a few seconds, and now.
Okay, if you need a badass, dude, I wasn't ready for that. Okay, if you need a badass loan, call a badass loan officer at New American Funding. The badass loan officer's phone number are on your screen, so you need to screenshot this because it's going to disappear in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Special effects.
Like magic.
Poof. That was our explosion. Disappear. Here we are.
You weren't ready, but you stay ready, man. Good job.
Dude, you don't got to get ready if you stay ready. Can you count my rental income if I didn't report it? XXX. Ooh.
That's triple X.
That's triple X.
I've seen that movie with Vin Diesel and Ice Cube.
I can answer?
Oh, it's for me.
Yeah.
You're welcome, Martha. How my credit score? What number I need? 580 or better.
You did answer XXX. Can I count my rental? Okay.
I'm marinating.
Dude, you can beatbox.
Can you count my rental income if I didn't report it? No. Next question.
Yes, but you can report it. You can file a 1040X.
Dude, we're at the end of the year. do this.
Yeah, report it.
Let's do
Report it.
this.
You can amend last year's taxes, and then report it this year. But you can't remember that the banks, they ultimately get their money from the federal government. The IRS is the federal government. So when you tell the IRS, hey, IRS, trust me, bro, I didn't make no money. And then you go to the bank and you say, hey, trust me, bro, I make a lot of money. They're the same guy. Essentially, they're the same guy because FHA, VA, USDA are Govy loans, and Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac are GSAs, that's government-sponsored entity. So they bought their way in, so the government still has a say in it.
Stupid government saying
Government, I don't know if you know this, but the government's got you.
Here's something else. So, like what he said, let's pretend that in 2022 you rented a house the whole year and you didn't claim your income. You can go back to your tax guy, or you can do it yourself probably. I don't. And you can say, hey, I made $15,000, $20,000 in rental income that I did not disclose in 22. What do I do? You can amend that tax year, add in the income. What you're also going to do is simultaneously tell the IRS that you made more money, so you're going to have to pay more taxes. And guess what? They're okay with that. They have no problem with you telling them that you owe them more money. And then we use that to help qualify you for more house.
So, Martha, somebody's beating on my shirts. It's either mine or yours, but I don't think it's yours. Can you answer my question
Ryan
about
Reynolds.
credit score?
I know that.
Yeah, about credit score. Okay, so your credit score has to be 580 or above for
either, not
FHA
Ryan
or
Reynolds.
620.
I can't trust this guy. We can't trust him.
Dude, I think just one thing's for sure: that guy's not Ryan Reynolds, unless.
What if it is?
I know, right?
Totally
How do you?
Ryan Reynolds.
He's like, how do I make sure people don't know I'm really Ryan Reynolds? I know. I'm gonna put my username, not Ryan Reynolds.
How much you
That'll
thought
do
it
it.
not Christmas?
That'll do it.
People will know it's not me.
That'll do it.
Maybe his hot
Oh, I don't know, man. I don't know. So let's see what else we got. New American Funding. The website is showing at 5.75%. 5.75%.
Freaking not Ryan Reynolds. What is the ideal credit score and ideal income to buy a house?
So, ideal is the word. Here's the word. Ideal, 800 plus. 800 plus credit score. Ideal. That's ideal. Ideal. And ideal income, if you're buying a $500,000 house, the ideal income is $500,000 a year. So that's ideal. Now, practical or accepted 580 for FHA, 620 for conventional.
Defense.
Dude.
Queens
So-
Rex says, I agree with this guy.
Yep.
That's you.
Okay, cool.
Ugly shirt.
All right, not right. No, Ryan Reynolds. You're getting they're gonna come at you, man. I got fans. I got people who will defend. If your KK was here, she'd be throwing rose thorns at you right now.
Look, his mom's not watching.
No, my mom would be throwing pans at you and tortillas. Oh, dude, I'm gonna get us banned again.
So bad. Because tortillas aren't.
Yeah, don't.
TikTokable.
Anyway, you're moving the mouse around.
Can I move?
Dude, you move. You
When
do
I move,
move.
you move.
When I move, you move. Just like that.
So ideal credit score is great, and ideal income, great.
Yeah. However, acceptable is 50% DTI. That's debt to income ratio. So if you make $5,000 a month, $2,500 can be for all your debts. That's PITI and revolving debt, including cars and credit cards. So that's a basic rough number.
All right. What's up, Team Sanchez?
Team Sanchez, what's up?
He's coming back to Cali. To Cali.
He's coming back to Cali. I don't think so. See, you missed that line. I was gonna do
I was
it,
waiting
dude.
for you, man.
Dude, I was gonna do it. But you.
So 580 critical means you have some late fees. You have some other stuff on your credit.
So, yeah, 580 is for a reason. It's sometimes derogatory debts. It's sometimes too much usage of credit. There's a lot of reasons for it, but the minute we pull your credit score, we can find out what it is, and then we can go to work on fixing it. So that's the key. The key isn't that you're always going to have a perfect credit score. You're going to have some kind of hiccups, and if you got your credit from freecreditreport.com, Credit Karma, the odds are you're not reading the same thing that a mortgage lender will read. It's different. The algorithms are different. So, Mo, the NAF boys. What's up, Mo? How you doing, Mo?
I ain't no NAF boy.
I ain't no NAF boy. Dude, he called you a boy.
I ain't no boys.
You ain't no boys. Boys in the hood. Boys in the hood.
Well, kind of in the hood, I guess.
So, homes are too expensive in California. Do you guys have any experience investing in rentals outside of California?
Yes.
As a matter of fact, we do. We have lots of friends who buy rentals. We own rentals. I got them in Texas and New Mexico. And I got a buddy who has them in Louisiana. A bunch of them. So, yes, we do. And right now, for some reason, the DSCR loans are getting a lot of interest, popularity. DSCR is debt consolidation.
Debt service credit.
DSCR means that the income will service the note, and then you just put enough money to put it down. So DSCR, debt consolidation. Oh, dude, I can't believe I spaced that every time. So cool. What do we got?
Mo, NAF fellas, LOL, my bad. I DM'd y'all the other day. Check it out. I'd love to collab with y'all. Okay.
Let's do it, Mo. Let's do it. Are you a LO or are you a realtor? By the way, we get LOs here. LO is loan officer. We get new LOs. We get OG LOs. We get some LOs who are mad at us. I don't even know why they're mad at us, but we get LOs all the time. We love LOs. We love realtors. We love people in the business. We like to talk about it. They're like, hey, why are you at NAF? We're like, well, because right now they treat us good. But the one thing I teach all LOs is you're your own brand. Yep. You are the value. And the bank works for you if you actually understand how this works, because without LOs, there are no underwriters, there are no processors, there's no loan signing people, nobody's there. Docs don't happen, nothing happens. Once the LO is gone, the bank dies. Ooh. So, the LO is the
backbone.
Yep.
The reason for the season. So, but you have to live on another state. You can't buy FHA in another state. Only DSCR 20% down. So, unboxing fun now. I don't know what you're talking about, but yes, DSCR. The one that we have, the lowest I have is 15% down. Mm-hmm. If you do buy an investment property, you're right. It can't be FHA. That's for primary residence only. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, you're correct.
You can buy a second home. The second home can be in another state. I know that for a fact because I've done it. And when you do that, the second home underwriting criteria is way looser than the investment criteria. So, yeah, primary residence is a category. Second home is a category, and investment property is a category. Primary residence, 3.5% down, or even zero sometimes. Second home, 10%. Investment property, 20%. Simple, but that's how it works.
Hey, Kip Shelton said if Chris were to look to his right, he would see a fan. He's right. There's a fan right there.
I got a fan. What's up? Hey, Kip Shelton, can you talk to Showtech guy and tell him that we are not hearing everything perfectly on YouTube?
Not we.
Somebody
We're
on
old
yeah,
from
somebody
internet land.
somebody in their internet land said they can't hear us on YouTube. And then when I went to the Mackie Mix board, I found out it's unplugged, and I found out that everything's been rewired. So, can you talk to Showtech guy and tell him, hey, this whole thing is kind of weird right now? So
Kinda
anyway,
weird right now.
moving right along. I know it's because we're going live on
TikTok, Instagram, Zillow.
no Zoom, Zillow. going live on Zillow. He's
TikTok,
going live on
Instagram.
Zillow. He's gonna be the first person ever.
YouTube.
Yeah.
And another one.
Any resources or realtors you'd recommend experience out of state? Yes, Team Sanchez. Where? Where at? We work with some realtors real close in Texas a lot, in Virginia a lot. There's some that I can, off the top of my head, I can just pick up the phone and be like, hey, what's up, Lee? And then others, we vet them before we actually give them our clients.
I have an 800 credit score and make $120,000 with no debt. How much
130.
of my income, $130,000 with no debt, how much of my income should I use for a mortgage?
Good
So,
question.
should you?
Should
or
you?
Can you?
Can
should you seems like a personal question.
But can you, let's
Can
take
you?
130, divide that by 2. 130 by 2 is going to be about 61,000, somewhere in that range. 61,000 divided by 12 is going to be 5,000. You can go up to $5,000 a month. $5,000 a month will put you in the 1.2 to 2 million range. Think so? About that, right?
How much down?
5,000. No, not talking about down. We're just talking about monthly payment.
How much can he finance for $5,000?
$5,000 PITI.
Probably about
No,
mid six.
okay, 7. Oh no, I'll go up to 7s.
Okay.
I'll go up to 7s. 700,000. Sorry, that 1.2 is way out of the ballpark. So about 700,000, somewhere in that range. But there's a lot. How do you contact us? Well, that's a very good question.
I don't know how.
One that deserves a very good answer. And as soon as we get our stuff together, if you need a badass loan, call a badass loan officer at New American Funding. On the screen is the phone number to 2 badass loan officers at New American Funding. But you better screenshot it because it's going to leave in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Special effect.
Boom. Michael Bay in
Gonzo.
the house.
Michael Bay, dude. Who's Michael Bay?
He's a guy.
All right, you're good.
Both,
Okay.
but more realtor. I go live and have a thing called Realtor versus Lender, and we just chat.
Oh, dude, can I fight with you? I like fighting with people.
About
Mo,
the market.
let's talk. Let's fight about the market. Are you a crash guy? I hope you're a guy who's saying it's going to crash, it's going to crash, it's going to crash, and then we don 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 don. It's going to crash, don 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 don. Because then I'm going to say, no, it's not, Mo. You don't know what you're talking about. You don't know what you're talking about. Let me back it up with data. And then you're going to say, oh, yeah, here's my data. And I'm going to say, oh, yeah, here's my data. And then before you know it, I'll be right.
All right. Ivan, what should my debt to ratio be to get an FHA loan? Front end cannot exceed 46.999. Back end cannot exceed 56.999. If you don't know what that means, you got to give us a call and we'll explain it.
Boom. That's where you can call us at. Is there a max number of DSCRs that someone can have? The answer to that is no buts. But reserves get ridiculous. Reserves are PITI on every property, and the bigger your portfolio gets, the more reserves they want. In other words, in some portfolios they want 6 months, some portfolios they want 12 months, and I've seen it as high as 18 months. 18. Now reserves is PITI, which means I own my own house and I pay $3,000 a month. Well, if I need 6 months and I need $18,000 in the bank, then I'm not going to touch. If I need 12, then I need $36,000, then I'm not going to touch. If I need 18, I can't do that math right now, but you get the gist. And every property I have to add on to that. So after you get to like 4 or 5 properties, turns into a lot of money. A lot of money.
How are rates today on a 30-year fixed? Asked Ray Livender.
Ray Livender, very simple. 15-year, I'm sorry, he said 30-year. 30-year fixed FHA on the New American Funding website, 5.75%. 5.75%. If you want to actually see it, go to our profile, go to the top link, click the Stan Store, and go to Cool Stuff. And then you're going to see the interest rate, and it'll tell you what today's rate is. You can go any day, and it'll tell you what the day's rate is. Now, that's not a par rate. That's the New American Funding rate that they put out there that says, hey, you must have an 800 FICO score, 24% DTI, and you must be putting 40% down. Some version like that, it's actually pretty close to the scenario they're running. But with that, you get 5.75.
Sweet. Mo said, I'm in Michigan until Thursday. Let's set something up for next week. Hit my DM.
Mo, you're going to have to hit our DM. We're a little busy. But, yeah.
Then he said, nah, we don't need to argue. No Skip Bayless and Stephen A. Smith here.
Oh, what? We got to have some fun, Mo. We got to have some fun. People want to see an argument. They want to see a clash. They want to see, oh, yeah, I can't buy a house. Yes, I can buy a house. No, you can't. Yes, I can. No, I can't. No, I can't. Here's some keys. Winner. Hero.
Taco.
Tacos. We always have tacos. At the end of everything, tacos.
Do DSCR loans count against your buying power with personal conventional loans?
Yep.
Yeah.
If you are on the notes, if you have any types of liabilities, the underwriters are going to find them. And they got some really cool tools to check on everybody. And the underwriters are kind of just doing their job. There's good underwriters. There's bad underwriters. We fight with underwriters all the time. Sometimes the ones that are really in the right mind will go, okay, I see things your way. Sometimes they don't, and unfortunately, they are kind of the rule. We can go to an underwriter manager and then what we call credit policy manager, which it's a weird situation, but yeah.
So what's the minimum down payment with FHA? Not conventional.
FHA, unboxing fun for now.
No, not FHA, just conventional.
Oh,
Sorry.
just conventional. Well, if you were going FHA, I know it's not FHA, but if you were going FHA, you could do 3.5%. If you're going conventional, you could do 3%.
When?
What?
When?
Wait.
Who?
What?
When?
See, Mo, people, it's more it's more fun if people are fighting. So, let's 3%. But here's the catch: because loans are based off of risk. If you have a not stellar FICO score, your MI is going to get ridiculously expensive.
You're speaking a different language. What's MI?
MI is mortgage insurance. Mortgage insurance. If you do 5%, it's reasonable. But if you do 3%, you better have an 800 FICO because the MI makes it prohibitive. It gets really expensive and your payment gets really high.
So just anybody can put 3% down?
First-time homebuyer only. This is for your primary residence.
Ooh, first-time homebuyer primary residence. I see sneaky pants.
Sneaky pants. Cool. What do we got?
I already DM'd you, LOL. Okay, we can have some fun banter.
All right, cool. Let's have some fun. Mo.
I don't want to pay MI. That's why. Oh, you already.
I don't want to pay. I don't want to pay MI. I don't want to pay MI either, but I do.
Right, so
you want to pay MI?
No.
Okay. But
so what do you need to not pay MI?
Oh, that's simple. Just drop 20% down and you're good.
There's nothing I can do aside from that.
You could be a veteran.
What if I'm not a vet?
You're gonna pay it, but you can pay it up front.
What if I want to pay it at all?
You can make the seller pay it.
What if they won't?
You're living in a what if land, man.
No.
Okay. What do we got? What do you got? What are you reading?
Jumbo.
Oh, jumbo. Just go with the jumbo. Buy a $2 million house. I would say $1 million, but in LA, it's not jumbo.
15% down.
Yeah.
Boom.
In LA, yeah.
I already want to buy a second primary home in California, conventional, but I want to buy a few rentals out of state, said Team Sanchez.
I think that's a good idea. That's a really good idea, but really do your homework, and you're going to need the reserves. Reserves are super important. The more houses you get, the more reserves you're going to need.
You keep saying out of state, Team Sanchez. I want to know where this out of state is.
Yeah, what state are you thinking?
City. I want a city.
You want a city?
I want a city.
Damn, you're
In
specific.
the city.
You are specific.
City of
Compton.
What? This guy. He's too thug. If he was a rapper, his name would be Two Thug.
It'd be finance.
He would have
I actually picked that 20 years ago.
20 years ago, he picked his rap name.
Finance.
How long ago did you pick your rap name?
Finance.
20 years ago.
Finance.
When he was 66.
Dude.
He picked his rap name. 20 years ago. Florida and Ohio.
Florida.
States with landlord-friendly laws.
Yeah, Ohio, great. Florida, great. Love both of those.
Name someone you know that lives in Ohio. Go. Dave Chappelle.
Dave Chappelle.
Name someone you know that lives in Florida. Go. DeSantis.
DeSantis.
Dave Chappelle doesn't live in Florida. DeSantis. States with landlord laws friendly. LeBron. What's LeBron? Missing something?
Ron DeSantis.
Oh.
LeBron.
LeBron lives in Florida?
No, LeBron DeSantis. LeBron. Dude, if he could be Mexican or Spanish.
He said
He's
LeBron
like,
W.
no, it's like le cheese. Oh no, that's French. That's French. Yeah. Le
Baguettes.
cheese. Yeah. What are you gonna do? Eat le cheese.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. If you're from south of the border, it's etchis. Yeah. So it'd be
LeBron from
Ebron.
Ohio,
It'd be
fellas.
LeBron.
Duh. LeBron's
Yeah.
from Ohio. Everybody knows that.
LeBron.
He plays
Everybody.
for the Lakers in
Everybody.
California.
Is LeBron still playing?
I think so.
Is LeBron still playing?
Right now?
Like right now, at this moment, is he slam dunking it right now?
Honestly, where are you located? Ask Real Vendor.
Dude, Ravinder, here's what the deal is. He's located right there. I am located right here. Can't you see us? That's why we do the visual and we don't do it on the radio.
What's this mean?
We don't do the what's this mean? I don't know. Is that like disappear?
Someone's going to say it. She
Oh,
said,
Magic Man.
crying face, crying face.
Crying face, crying
Well,
face.
close.
Yeah,
Not
crying
really.
face, yeah. See, I think she thinks we're supposed to be crying because there's two of them right next to each other and you and I are right next to each other. I'm reading into this and I think you're supposed to cry and I'm supposed to cry.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what it's. We're in California, Riverside, California, and as soon as you give us all the requested documents, all of them. Did I say all of them? All of them. We can usually know within 2-3 hours. But the catch is everybody wants to give us 60% or even 90%.
Sometimes
And
none. And they're like,
some-
am I approved?
yeah, they're like, hey, I'm not going to send you my documents till you give me approval. I'm like, yeah, I'm sorry, that's not how it works. Yeah, it's just not how it works. Well, my other bank does it. Cool. Go shopping. Have at it. More power to you. So, hope we answered your question. And you, I don't know if we're supposed to be crying, Rajvinder, but we're trying to help you. We're trying to make things good.
Good for who?
For Rajvinder. Dude, don't you know
Only
nothing?
Rajvinder?
JC.
She signed a purchase agreement.
Oh my
That's
God.
pre-approval.
I think I would like to have a second. Oh, if you signed a purchase agreement, what city and state? That's very important. If you want a second opinion on your lender and you don't like your lender,
Even if you do.
even if you do like your lender, we'll
Fresno.
Oh, we're gonna be able to help you. We're gonna be able to help you because we compete for our business, which means our clients get the best deal. Now, for those who don't know, loan officers can make a lot of money. And if you're in a brokered situation, sometimes the broker can make up to 3%. It's crazy. So if you bought a $500,000 house, the broker is going to make $18,000. That's before you pay 6% to the seller and buyer real estate agents. There's a lot of money in this business. However, if you're playing long game, you can go direct lender. We're a direct lender, which means we're set. Once we set it, we're set, and that's it. So we are able to compete against the best of them. There's one catch in today's market, and this may be where you're at, Rajvinder. This may be where you're at. Builders have an unfair advantage. A ridiculous, am I bothering you?
Yeah, you're
A
boring.
ridiculous unfair advantage.
I think I'm going to go now.
I'm going to go now. I think I'm going to go. I'm tired of this shit. Well, can't say shit, right? Dude, we're going to get banned again. We got banned. We even got our hand slapped 2 days ago because we were talking about the movie The Wolf of Wall Street. And we talked to them about throwing against the wall.
Take this.
And
make it
yeah, and
smaller.
we immediately got a big red flag that came across our phone and said, you cannot say this. If you think this was inappropriately reported, let us know. And I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. So then we quickly ended the live, and we're cool.
Lennar is
It's
the builder.
Lennar. Oh, Lennar. Ooh, Lennar. Send us the. Now, here's the words you need to tell them. I need a locked LE and a fee sheet. Send me a locked LE and a fee sheet. Now, Lennar's the seller. And here's it's a little weird in this situation because the seller doesn't have to follow rules. If the seller only wants to sell to purple people, that's legal because it's the seller's private property. However, the lender has to follow rules and the realtor has to follow rules. The seller does not. So Lennar is the seller. And Lennar can sell to whomever they want, however they want, with whatever deal they want because it's their property. But once they get into the lender has to follow rules. And what you've done by talking to the loan officer of the lender for Lennar is you triggered a rule. And you said, hey, I need a locked LE and a fee sheet. Now, because they're lending you the money, they have to follow the rules, and they'll tell you exactly what it is. Send that to us. We'll take a look at it. We'll tell you if it's good.
And if there's an opportunity for a better deal, we'll get you one.
Yeah, we've done it.
We've saved people lots of money right here, guys.
Yeah.
Lots of money. All you got to do is send us an email with that LE, and you can keep some of that money in your pocket.
About 6 weeks ago, we beat a builder and saved him like 18 grand. So it was good news.
Let me give you a concept, and I don't know if anybody's actually done this yet, but I think it's
Sparkle 2.
very solid.
So Sparkle.
So, Raj Vinder, how much in concessions did Lennar offer you? Okay, we'll just say it's 20 grand.
Okay.
Let's say the house was being sold for 500,000.
Okay.
What I would do is I would say, because they want you to use it for
20 grand. 20 grand.
So they
We
want
know Lennar.
Yeah.
We know Lennar.
They want you to use it for your closing costs.
Yeah.
They want you to trade it in for carpet
Uh-huh.
or countertops. I would say keep all that. Apply the 20 grand to the purchase price. So was that 550 or 500? I mean, now it's at 480. Locked.
Yes.
Okay, locked. See, buy down and closing costs. That's what they want you
Yeah.
to do. But if you lock it in at 480, okay, contract done. Now you're moving forward buying the house. Then you call us. And
Now
we'll
you
get
can
the
switch
best
lenders.
rate.
Now
Yeah.
you can switch lenders.
Yeah.
Because we know how to play the game against Lennar.
Now we'll get you the
Yeah.
best rate today, and then all you're gonna do is refinance out of that rate when it gets even better.
Somebody give us
year
a
from
thumbs
now.
up, man. Somebody give us a thumbs up on that
A
platform.
year from
Yeah.
now. So now you save $20,000
Yeah.
in your pocket, and you get the best scenario when it comes to the mortgage. But you have to lock that in.
Lennar's tough, by the way. When we fight Lennar, we got to perfect. We got to dot our I's and cross our T's. But it's actually good for the client. It really helps the client a lot. And DR is pretty tough to fight too.
All right, dude.
Cool.
I'm Chris.
I've been Lee. We've been Chris and Lee. We're here to help you guys. We'll be in touch.